this is part 3. We just have a few more slides left. Now we're going to talk about the Song Dynasty. Some inventions that were really important at this time were the printing press. So before this, if you wanted to make a book or something, you had to like literally write the whole thing out over and over and over again. So instead, to make it go faster, they would carve out the, you remember those pictographs and ideographs that we were talking about earlier? They would carve out those, they're kind of like letters or words, on the blocks of wood, and then they could just like stamp it in ink and stamp it as like the page of the book. So that made it easier for them to print lots of books and to print paper money at this time. So that was invented, and another thing that was really important at this time was landscape painting. So people, the art that was common at that time was to paint the scenery around them. Also, which is common, is the fire lance. Interesting. I don't know what that is, so I'm going to look it up. How does the fire lance work? Okay, so there's a gunpowder tube, and it would eject a stream of flames. Interesting. So it seems like it's a weapon. Let's see what the great impact of it was. And okay, so it was a weapon that helps soldiers in war. I always look up the definition. I look up the bold words because they are going to be the most important. So it could shoot out gunpowder. So it's like kind of a pre-gun, I'm guessing. Very interesting. So I'm going to write that down, fire lance. And they were defeated by the Mongol Empire. So the Mongols were, I believe that's going to be the next slide. Yes. So the Mongols, you can watch this video on your own. The Mongols were a group of nomads. They traveled from place to place, and they were very, very powerful warriors, and they took over China and expanded it to be enormous. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the Ming Empire. They defeated the Mongols. They created the Imperial City, and also write down Forbidden City. It's a place that you can still go and tour right now. It's very beautiful. It's in the new Karate Kid movie, actually. That's how I know what it is. And the king and his family lived there, so that's why it's like forbidden. Only the very most important people could be there. They sent Chinese fleets to increase trade, so that would make them wealthy, I assume. Okay, there's a picture of the Forbidden City, and it looks like that's all there is. So, look, this is not an enormous amount of notes. You could write this down very easily with paper and pencil so that you have free answers on your next test. That would be awesome. Have a great rest of your e-learning day. Make sure you let me know if you have any questions.